Guys, yeah, no maths was really fun this morning.
Yeah.
The question one with the quadratic equation solving was easy, you know.
Hey, that's the Sir Leon over there. Look right there from Beatin the maths.
Oh yeah, let me call him.
Y'all go call him.
Hey, Sir Leon.
Sir Leon, you know we beat the maths in this school?
You guys beat the maths bad, man?
Sir, we beat it up, man. Beat it up.
Where you guys beat the maths? Come show me.
Sir, we beat up in the class. Come, let me show you. Sir, this is the class.
This is the class?
This is the class.
This is the class that has beat the maths bad?
Yes, sir.
What is your name?
My name is Priyash Mahadio.
Mahadio. Priyash?
Priyash Mahadio.
Okay.
Yeah.
First question. You just beat the maths or the maths has beat you?
I speak the
You
maths.
just beat the maths bad. How bad?
So a beatable, a very good beat. Very good beat.
Very good. Alright, so we have your question. It says, given a function h of x is equal to 4x plus 3 and g of x is equal to 2x minus 2. I want you to find hg of x, a composite function. Find an expression, determine an expression for hg of x.
Okay. So they're asking for hg of x, which means the first thing you'd have to do is put g in the value of this. So this is our h value, and we need to put our g values into where the x is. Now this is partially correct, however it has to be simplified. So we could factorize it. 4 2s are 8, which will give us 8x. 4 by negative 2 will give us negative 8. And since this is out of the bracket, we're just gonna put it back. However, this can be even factorized further, which will make it 8x minus 8 plus 3, negative 8 plus 3, which will give us a negative 5. And this would be your expression.
Alright. That's one. Very good. Excellent. So put your hands together. That's one thing. You're simplifying, not factorizing, right? But don't worry. Nevertheless, what do you think? You beat the maths or the maths beat you?
I think I beat the maths.
Think you beat the maths? What do you think, class? Did she beat the maths? Alright, so before you leave, I want you to do one thing for me. I want you to look at the camera and say, I just beat up the maths.
I just beat up the maths.
Alright, so because you just beat up the maths, give you this bottle, this water bottle on behalf of the Guy and Lauren channel, so they can keep yourself hydrated and come back and beat the maths even more, right? So well done. So we have our next guest with us today. What's your name?
My name is Utan Henry.
Jutan?
Utan Henry.
Utan Henry. Utan, your first question. You just beat the maths or the maths beat you?
I beat the maths.
Just beat the maths. How bad?
Real bad.
Real bad?
Yes.
Bad.
Yes.
Alright, let's put that to the test. So we have the second part of this question. We have the two functions. And now you're asked to find gh of x. We found hg of x, now you want to find gh of x.
We just found hg of x. We are to find gh of x, right? Just like what Priyashi did. We replace the x with, for this equation, we replace x with g, right? Now for this equation, we will replace the x with h, which is up here, right? So we have 2x minus 2, and then we put the h and replace it with x, which will be 2x, open bracket, 4x plus 3, close bracket, minus 2. Now, multiply 2 by 4x, we have 8x. 2 by 3, we have 6. And then we bring down the negative 2 down here. And then we just, for this little equation here, we just work it out. We have positive 4, and then we bring down the 8x. And that will be the answer.
Let me ask you this. What do you think? You just beat the maths or the maths just beat you?
I just beat the maths.
Beat up the maths?
Yes, sir.
I want to look at the camera and say I just beat up the maths.
I just beat the maths.
Oh man, you look as though you're whining the maths. You just beat it, let me hear.
I just beat the maths.
Alright, so because you just beat up the maths, I'd like to give you this water bottle on behalf of the Guy and Lauren channel so they can keep yourself hydrated and I know to continue doing what?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
To do what? To do what?
To beat up the maths.
So we have our next guest with us today. What's your name?
Rudolph Anthony.
Rudolph.
Anthony.
Rudolph, your first question. You beat the maths or the maths beat you?
The maths beat me.
Maths beat you. You said that with confidence, right? You didn't even hesitate. When the maths beat you?
I don't know. I just like find it a bit difficult, but I'm practicing as you said. I still find it a bit difficult.
Okay. So hopefully by next year you will be beating this maths.
Ready, yeah.
Okay, good. So we have a functions question. The question says, given a function f of x is equal to 3x minus 2 and g of x is equal to 2x plus 5, determine fg of 3. Alright, so the floor is yours. Show us how you find fg of 3.
Okay, so we can put g of 3 equals to 2, 3 plus 5. The answer gonna give you 6 plus 5 equals to 11. And then you get, now we're solving for fg now. So then you're gonna put f11 equals to 3 bracket 11 subtract 2. And then your answer gonna be 3 times 11 is 33 equal 33 subtract 2 equals to 31 is your answer.
So why did you substitute 11 into this function?
Because I found g of 3 equals to 11 and I substituted for 11.
Okay, very good, very good, very good, very good. Rudolph, what do you think? You beat the maths or the maths beat you?
I beat the maths.
Alright, very good, Rudolph. So but before you go, I want to look at the camera with confidence and say, I, Rudolph, just beat up the maths.
I would have just beat up the maths.
And Rudolph, because he just beat up the maths, gave you this notebook on behalf of the Guy and Lauren channel and a key ring so you can take some notes so they can beat up the maths next year.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So we have our next guest with us today. What is your name?
Safira Suku.
Sophia Suku. Miss Suku, your first question. You beat the maths or the maths beat you?
Both. It
Both?
depends
Depends on what?
on how difficult or easy the question is.
So from the time it's easy, you're beating it up. Alright, good. So we have a challenging question here today. So let's see if you'll beat this one. So it says, given g of x is equal to x squared, find in its simplest form an expression for g of 3x plus 2, close bracket, plus 10. So the floor is yours.
Okay. So the first thing I do, since this bracket represents x, this would be equal to 3 of x plus 2 square, since you have to square it, plus 10. Now, since this is squared, I know this has to be 3x plus 2 multiplied by 3x plus 2 plus 10. So multiplying the brackets, I get 3 3s, 9x squared
plus 6x. Again, plus 6x. And 2 2s is 4. And I bring down back my plus 10. 9x squared. 6x and 6x would give me 12x plus 40. And this would be my answer.
Alright. How confident are you with that answer?
Kinda.
Kinda? Alright, before you give me the answer to the next question, I want you to look at the camera and say, I just beat up the maths.
I just beat up the maths.
Man, you can't, this is a serious thing. Maths is serious. When I look at the camera once again and say, I just beat up the maths. Serious.
I just beat up the maths.
Alright, so because I just beat up the maths very bad, I'd like to give you this water bottle on behalf of the Guy and Learning channel. So you know what you'll do with that water bottle? You'll drink, get hydrated with some water so you can beat up the maths even further. Alright? Alright, so put your hands together for me. What's your name?
My name is Akil Austin.
Akil?
Yes.
Akil, your first question. You beat the maths or the maths beat you?
So sometimes it beat me, sometimes I beat it.
Sometimes you beat it. When and when you beat it?
So most of the time the concepts just be easy. Easy to grasp. So most of the time.
The applications beat you.
Yeah.
Alright. So we'll do some functions this morning.
Yes, sir.
So the question says, given a function f of x is equal to 3x plus 7, determine the value of, and you have two functions there, f of 3 and f of negative 3. So go ahead, the floor is yours.
First step I would do. X plus 7. So they want us to find f of x of 2, positive 2. Let's start right. So where the x is here, I replace it with the 2 and add it to the 7. So equal to 3 2's 6. 6 plus the 7 is equal to 130.
Alright, very good. So the next one says,
F of x is equal to negative 3. So therefore, start back where it is.
so f of negative 3, not f of x is equal to negative 3.
F of x, f of negative 3. So where the x is, I replace the x with negative 3. Those will be equal to 9, negative 9 plus 7.
Oh, you got the negative 2.
So you have positive 7 and 9.
So the first thing you did, to find for f of 2, you substituted 2. Wherever you see x, you put 2. So 3, 2, 6. 6 plus 7 will give you 13. Alright, good. Then we have f of negative 3. We have 3 times, instead of x, we say negative 3 plus 7. So 3 times negative 3 will give you negative 9 plus 7. Negative 9 plus 7 will give you negative 2. So Akil, come. Let me ask you a question. What do you think? You beat the maths or the maths beat you?
So I'm sure about the first question, but the second one after the response you give me, make me rethink it.
Oh no. So class, what do you think? He beat the maths or the maths beat him? Negative BT. Alright, so you got both questions correct. So we can safely say you beat the maths. Alright? So Akil, I want you to do something for me before you go after your seat. Alright, look at the camera and say, I just beat the maths.
I just did the math.
Oh man. Oh man, we in the army, you can't say, I just beat the maths. You got to put the action into this thing. I just beat up the maths.
Well, I just beat up the math.
Alright Akil, because you just beat up the maths, like to give you this hat on behalf of the guy in the loading channel, right? Keep beating the maths.
Alright.
It's a shelter from the sun so they can protect your brain so you can beat the maths in the future. Alright.
Thank you, sir.
I put your hands together for Akio.